Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel RP's Logos. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cool looking hexagonal logo using Inkscape. Okay, first open Inkscape, then open the fill and stroke menu and align and distribute menu. Okay, the first thing you have to do is draw a rectangle. Okay, now let me draw a very thin rectangle. Now let me reduce the opacity to around half. Now first thing, remove strokes. Okay, so press shift and click on this X button. Okay, now change object to path using clicking here. Okay, let me zoom in a bit. Okay, now select this and change the width to 8 pixels. Okay, first you have to change this to pixels, then change this to 8. Now height should be somewhere, it should be more than 200 pixels. So let me make it 220 pixels. Okay, let me zoom in a bit. Okay, now click this twice so that you can see the rotational handles. Now press Ctrl on your keyboard and rotate it twice. Okay, once, twice. Okay, now press Ctrl D to duplicate it and press Ctrl and move it a bit to the right. Press Ctrl D again, move this a bit right. Press Ctrl D again, move this bit to the right and Ctrl D again. We need 5 thin rectangular strips like this. Okay, next thing is click on this create stars and polygon icon here and press Ctrl and Shift and draw a perfect rectangle. Okay, for this you need to have corners as 3. Okay, if it's showing something else, please change it to 3 before drawing this triangle. Okay, now select this and click on this lock icon here and change the width to 200 pixels. 200 pixels. Okay, now let me change the color of this to say red. Okay, now move this here somewhere around here. No need to be in the exact middle point or something like that. Just move it somewhere so that there is something left at the bottom and something left here. Okay, now what we have to do is align the left edge of this triangle with the left edge of this rectangle here. Okay, it should be aligned properly. So let me zoom in a bit. After clicking it, just have to use your keyboard. So if you just use the left arrow of your keyboard, it just moves, but again when it reaches very near or to this rectangle, just click on Alt and then use your left arrow key so that it moves slowly. Okay, it should be perfectly aligned. Okay, it looks like perfectly aligned. Let me zoom in a bit. Yes. Okay, now right click on this, click on duplicate and let me change the color to blue. Change the width of this to 100 pixels. Okay, now right click, duplicate, change the color to, let's say, green and move it here. We will need this later. Okay, so now click on this triangle and click on, press shift and click on this rectangle, sorry, this triangle, both, select both these triangles and align bottom edges. Sorry, I should have selected this should be last selected. I had earlier selected, I had chosen page. So let me undo this. Let me select these two again and align bottom edges. Okay. Now press Ctrl and zoom in. Now click on this triangle and move it so that the left side aligns with the right side of this rectangle. See. Okay. This is where you should place the triangle. Next, select this rectangle. Okay. This rightmost one. Zoom in, and the right side of this rectangle should be touching the right bottom corner of this triangle. Okay. So let me zoom in. Use the arrow key to move it. Make sure that it aligns perfectly. Okay. Okay, this looks perfect to me. Okay. Now, after placing it like this, press Shift and select this rectangle and this one, all 5 of them, and click on this icon here. Make horizontal gaps between objects equal. Okay. Now select them again and click on Path, Combine. Okay. We don't need this here. Again, we will move it. We don't need this. Now draw a rectangle. Okay, change the color to yellow. Click on select. Click again to see the rotational handles. Press Ctrl. Rotate it so that it's parallel. This is parallel to this one. Okay. Now move it so that these two are aligned to each other properly. We zoom in. See, this looks okay. There should not be any gap here. It should just touch. Now select this triangle and let me move it low. Let me move it to the bottom. Lower selection to bottom. Okay. Now select these 5 rectangles here and select this yellow looking rectangle, path, difference. Okay. Now draw another rectangle. Okay. Now shift and select this triangle here and click on this icon here. Align top edge of the object to the bottom edge of the anchor. Okay. Now select this, press and shift this, shift and click on this 5 rectangles here. Path, difference. See, we have got these 5 rectangular strips exactly cut in the shape of this triangle here. Now again select this 5 rectangles, right click, duplicate. Let me change the color to say blue. I'm moving it to left. Click on path, break apart. Okay, now select these four, click on delete. We don't need this, we only need this one rectangle here, rectangular piece. Now we can use this triangle here, rotate this 90, flip this vertically and press shift and select this triangle and align bottom edges. Okay, now we have to move this one, select this triangle, move it so that, let me zoom in, so that right side of this triangle should align with the right side of this rectangle here. Okay, zoom in a bit. There should not be any gap here. Be very careful. See. Okay, this looks okay to me. Zoom out. Now press shift and select these 5 rectangles here. Path, difference. Okay. Now let me move this triangle from here. We don't need this. Now click on this snap to cusp nodes icon here and click on this rectangle here. Press Ctrl and rotate this so that it looks like this. Now select this and snap it here. Okay. Now right click, duplicate and snap it. Right click, duplicate, snap it. Right click, duplicate, snap it. Okay, so next thing what you have to do is draw another rectangle. Change the color to yellow. Click on this and click again so that you can see these rotational handles and rotate it so that it's parallel to this rectangular pieces here. Zoom in and move it so that it just touches here. See, there should not be any gap here. Okay. Now before this, we have to select all the 4 rectangles here and click on path and combine it. Okay. Now select this rectangular strips and shift and select this rectangle here. Path, difference, path, break apart. We don't need this, we'll delete this. Okay. Now select these 4 and path, combine. Now select this, we'll give it this a red color. Okay. Now select all of this and group it. Okay. Now you might have to ungroup it, so that you can increase the opacity to 100%. See, now it shows the proper color. Now we can group it again. Okay, we don't need this anymore, so let me select both of this and click on delete. Okay, now select this, click once so that you can see the rotational handles, and start rotating it so that this part is at the bottom. Okay, now click on this, right click, duplicate, move it here, click again, rotate it 4 times. Now snap it. See, now again right click, duplicate, sorry, click on this, right click, duplicate, move it, click again, rotate it 4 times, snap it here. Okay, now select everything and group it. Again click on this, right click, duplicate, flip horizontally and vertically once, and snap it. So there you have it. This is that cool looking hexagonal shape. You can select everything and group it. Okay, you can change the color if you want to group it. So that's all guys. Thanks for watching. If any questions, please mention that in the comment section. Thank you.